Now welcome back to another video, welcome back to another banger. If you're new here, end up new in today's content. We're aiming for 10k subscribers. April is about to end. I want to hit it by the end of April. It was my birthday the 16th when MLB The Show 21 pre-order release date came out. Make sure as a birthday present for me, we go ahead and do that. You feel me? I ain't asked y'all for anything, but now I'm officially asking for something. Now, I was wondering, what were the best perks, or what are the best perks? That's the correct English term. What are the best perks for ball players in general, and what should you get if you're a pitcher? What should you get if you're a hitter? What should you get if you're a catcher, even though there isn't any diamond catcher primary, which is completely fine right now, because I believe that whenever they do bring out that patch, update, whatever you want to call it, that they will be adding finally a diamond archetype for catcher, because if they don't, we're gonna have some problems. And I'm not talking about problems with me, I'm talking about problems with Mark Henry, and they don't want no problems with Mark Henry. So we're gonna go into the marketplace, we're gonna go to equipment, we're gonna go to perks, and then we're gonna look up each and every single one. I already wrote them down in a Word document, like which ones I believe are the best ones. I literally do the research for you all, and as I'm doing the research, I write it all down so I can for sure not give you guys any false information. So we're going to start off with the speed perks. Now, if you want to make yourself a little speedy road to the show player, or even a speedy ball player, a contact hitting mixed with speed guy, these are the best perks that you can buy for speed. It's going to start off with speed 3. It gives you 10 speed, 10 stealing. To me, overall, this is number one. This is the one you want to equip on each one of your ball players that you are going to be revolving speed around, meaning contact slash speed. You can even do power slash speed. Whatever the combination is that you want, this is going to be the best perk available. After speed 3, we're going to go all the way down to speed 7. Speed 7 is good because it gives you 4 extra speed than the previous one. Now, unfortunately, it does not boost that stealing that we would like, but at the same time it gives you +7 contact and +7 contact versus left, so +7 on both sides basically. Unfortunately, it does come at a cost, and the cost is you're gonna get 5 subtracted from each power attribute that you have. But if you're basically focusing on making a contact speedy type of Kenny Lofton ball player, then you don't really care about power too much, so you're willing to make that sacrifice to get a humongous jump in terms of speed and then get extra attributes in terms of contact. And then last but not least, I believe that the third best, if you're not making a contact build and you want some bunting, why you want some bunting, I don't know, maybe you do some drag bunts online, etc. You can get speed 5. Speed 5 has both speed and steal, and is very similar to speed 3. I would say that speed 5 is almost just as good, but that +1/+1, it can literally take you from being a diamond level speed to gold level speed with just that one overall increase. But at the same time, I was talking about speed 3, not speed 2, by the way. At the same time, the reason speed 5 is number 3 is because it adds to bunting. And I don't know exactly why you would want to be bunting, but there are players out there that bunting, whether it's in Road to the Show or in ranked seasons, it is a pivotal part of their game plan. So if that is you, then congratulations. This is probably the third best perk, but if you're a bunter, this is probably the best perk overall for you. If you're just looking to get the best attributes in terms of speed and stealing, it's gonna be number 3. I don't know why I keep going down to number 2. And then if you're building a contact hitting speedy demon, you're going to want to go ahead and get speed 7. Those are the best 3, and those are the ones that I would recommend for everyone. Even if you're making a power build, you might want to go ahead and still get speed 7, because the plus to contact is going to be humongous when it comes to enlarging your PCI. Pause. Now, let's continue on to power. And before we even enter power, if you're new here, as I said previously, we're aiming for 10k subs. Make sure you hit that red subscribe button. Make sure you turn on the channel notifications, and also make sure you go ahead and follow me on all my socials, which include Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, and also TikTok now. Also, community tab, interact with me there. And then more Bhlademyst, those are my other YouTube channels. If you want to become a member of the channel, there's a link in the description, or just press that join button next to that red subscribe button. There are specific perks to it, so you can go ahead, press join, and then read them and select whichever membership you do want to join. It is not mandatory, it's if you would like to. Last but not least as well, I forgot this. We have a bunch of playlists on the channel, and throughout the video, you're going to be seeing cards appear. If any of them interest you, click on them and it will take you to the playlist, or you can click on the channel playlist and then see all of the playlists that we do have on the channel. Now, in terms of power, the best ones for Ballplayer, there's only going to be two, and these two were the only ones that really stuck out to me. It was power 6, which gives you +7 power on both sides. That is pivotal. It is very, very good. Now, unfortunately, you do sacrifice a bit of fielding, and you do sacrifice some reaction and batting clutch. Batting clutch is probably the attribute out of the 3 that you sacrifice that you care least about, to be honest. The -3 to fielding is not that impactful, but it hurts a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to you all. But that -5 to reaction, that's the one that really stings. But at the same time, all of the ones prior to power 6, they take away from contact, and you never want contact to be taken away, no matter what, because contact is what is going to allow you for your power to be more effective, and it's going to allow for that PCI to be larger, especially when you go and play at Hall of Fame and Legend difficulties. And then power 7, to me, this is the second best because it then attacks your arm accuracy. Now, arm accuracy, it's not as important, I'll be honest with you all, because if you use button accuracy, then all you have to do is get it inside the green. And if you do get it inside the green, you're going to be popping each and every single time, and you're not going to have to worry about accuracy. That's why I have this as number 2 and this is number 1, because this doesn't affect a lot of fielding. It affects 2 fielding and then 1 hitting attribute, but this one, it just takes a complete toll on your fielding. So if you wanted 2 power perks, I would suggest getting power 6 and power 7. We're then gonna go ahead and move on to the contact hitting perks. Now, contact, I don't know why, but contact, they have probably some of the best perks that you could possibly ask for. And contact, number 1 is going to be very similar to power. It's actually going to be contact 6. Why it's number 1? It gives you +9 contact both sides. It gives you plate vision, and it also gives you, or not gives you, but decreases your arm accuracy and reaction. Now, that's going to be in combination with what you're already losing from power. But as long as your guy is not a shortstop or center fielder, then it shouldn't affect it too much. And even if he is a center fielder or shortstop, you're going to be able to make it up with the equipment that you're going to get from leveling up to a diamond, and then the diamond archetype program where it gives you diamond perks and diamond equipment. You're going to be able to make up for the losses for reaction and accuracy, so that you don't have to worry about. Next one, besides contact 6, would be contact 5. I like contact 5 a lot as well. It decreases accuracy and reaction, as opposed to this that only, well, it does the 2, but it does it to a lesser degree. But the reason I don't like it as much is because it takes away 5 from your speed as well. And there is one saying that I go with, and I go with it all the time, and that's speed kills. That -5 speed could be the difference between a double from a shot at the wall and a single. It could be the difference between a triple and a double, scoring from first, scoring from second, and basically having to be held at third. It could make the difference of a lifetime. So that's why I don't really like getting my speed decreased, but if I have to, if I'm looking to stack up contact, I would be willing to make that sacrifice. Plus, King Griffey Jr.'s cleats that you get from the Jackie Robinson map, which we have a playlist to on how to complete, they give you like +14 speed. So once you subtract that from the cleats are going to give you basically +9, because you would be making the sacrifice right there. And then if you want a third option for contact, it's going to be contact 2. It's going to give you 10 batting clutch. It's going to give you 10 contact on both sides. Now, the only downside is that it does take away from your power. But if you're looking to make a contact build, as I said previously, in order to balance out the perks, you can easily just buy power equipment, and it's going to boost your power up. But the +10, that is very substantial in my opinion. And I don't know if they're gonna make ball players be able to be paralleled in Diamond Dynasty, but if they do, that's gonna be even 10 times more beautiful, and it's gonna help us out a bunch. Now, enough of the hitters. You might be tired of hearing about them. Let's go to the pitchers. Let's go to velocity, which is already there for us. So when we go all the way down, the number 1 for velocity, it's gonna be velocity 2, right? and I'm looking at the Word document, that's why you guys see me look this way. It's going to be velocity 2 and velocity 1. Now the reason why they're both number 1 is because it depends on what your player is or what loadout you currently have. Now, if you have a starting pitcher, clearly stamina is going to be a lot more important than pitching clutch, because pitching clutch is an attribute that is important to closers because it helps them get out of tough situations and basically pressure situations. It helps them basically calm down and pitch effectively in. Now stamina, it helps out starting pitchers because it allows them to throw more pitches throughout the game, which is what a starting pitcher is trying to do. They're trying to basically throw a complete game each and every single time. So velocity 1 and 2 are the top two. If you're a closer, you're going for velocity 1. If you are a starting pitcher, you're going for velocity 2. And then if you wanted a second velocity perk, you would be looking at velocity 4 and velocity 5. And they follow the same concept. One of them has pitching clutch and hits per 9. The other one has stamina and hits per 9. That's why you go ahead and say either or. If you're a starting pitcher, you're obviously going to take the stamina. And if you're a closer, you're going to take the pitching clutch. And if you want, you could even mix and match. So it would allow your relief pitcher slash closer to be able to throw more pitches and get less tired when closing out a game. So you can mix match. You can do whatever you want right there. Then we're going to be moving on to control. Now control, I like all of the pitching perks, to be honest. Like, I personally believe that they did an amazing job when it came to making pitching perks, because none of them really hurt you in terms of pitching, except for the final ones. Like, the final ones always have a substantial amount decreased from whatever they're decreasing. Like, this is like minus 10 break. The next one that we're gonna see, the break one, is like minus 18 velocity. And then when it comes to the hitting perks, it takes away like 18 from your arm strength, etc. And you're just left wondering, like, why would I want a perk that takes away 18 arm strength, etc.? But let's go to control. Control, we're looking at 4. That is going to be number 1, regardless of whether you're a starting pitcher or a closer. You're going to want this as number 1. It's going to give you plus 9 stamina. So as I said previously, in the velocity one, you can mix and match. Control is going to be number 1. Plus 9 stamina, plus 6 control. It's going to help out your home run per 9, your K per 9, and your velocity. K per 9 is important because it shrinks your opponent's PCI. Home run per 9 doesn't really matter at the end of the day because it doesn't affect offline gameplay, or not offline, excuse me. It doesn't affect online gameplay, but it does affect offline gameplay. So keep that in mind. And then second best one is going to be control 1. It's going to give you 8 control, 7 home runs per 9, 1 hit per 9, plus 7 stamina, plus 1 velo. Now that I'm actually looking at it, it might actually be a lot better than control 4. So we might actually have to reverse that now that I'm watching it like real close. And then this one's walks per 9. So this gives you plus 6 to your walks per 9, plus 4 to your, or plus 6 control, plus 4 walks per 9, plus 6 stamina, plus 1 hit per 9. So to me, I'm going to reorder them right now. I'm going to say control 1 is going to be the best one overall, regardless of whether you're a starting pitcher or a closer. Obviously, it's going to benefit pitchers that start games more, or long relievers, because it has a lot more stamina. After that, I would go to control 2. And then last but not least, I'm going to control number 4, which is what I had previously. The reason we're not even looking at control 3 and other ones like control 6 or control 7 because it decreases from something that we need. Control 6, it adds to your arm strength. And if you're a pitcher, you don't need arm strength. Arm strength is an attribute for fielders if they want to gun runners out. As a pitcher, you're not trying to gun runners out. You're trying to prevent yourself from even touching the ball. And now, last but not least, we are going to be going to break. Now, when we go all the way down to break, this is what I was talking about. Look at this. Break number 7, it subtracts 14 from your velocity. Yes, it gives you 14 to your break, but who in the world wants to lose 14 velocity? Your pitches will probably go from being 95 miles per hour to a solid 90, and you don't want that, or even a solid 91, 92. You don't want that. That 3-speed differential is going to be important, so why take a deficit when you can just simply go to break number 5? When you go to break number 5, what's going to occur here is you're going to get plus 8 break, plus 4 pitching clutch, so that's going to help out closers. The plus 5 K per 9 is going to help you shrink PCIs, and at the same time, it helps out closers, it helps out starting pitchers because it gives you stamina and it gives you pitching clutch. And then if you want to have 2 breaks, you can go ahead and do break 2 in addition. This would be if you are a starting pitcher, you would add break 2, and if you are a closer, then you would add break number 6. because break number 6 is what has pitching clutch. So those are the combinations you would do. If I was looking to throw heat and have a starting pitcher or a reliever closer that just throws heat, I would make sure I equip 2 velocity, 1 control, 1 break. If I was looking to be a finesse guy, just basically have crazy movement, 2 break, 1 control, 1 velocity. If I wanted to just dot pitches non-stop, obviously it's 2 control, 1 velocity, 1 break. In terms of hitters, if you're looking to make a Tony Gwynn type of build, you do speed, contact, fielding, and then 1 power. You're basically universal. You try to balance it out the most you can, and you might even go to the extent of having no power and just doing 2 contact, 1 speed, 1 fielding, and then getting your equipment power, or your power from equipment, I should say. If you're looking to make like an Alex Rodriguez type of player, then it's probably going to be 2 power, 1 contact, and then 1 speed, and then the fielding is going to come from your equipment, etc., and the archetype in general once it gets to diamond. But you're going to be mixing and matching and seeing your attributes and seeing what works best for you. But those are essentially, out of the 7 available perks for each and every single category, those are 100% the best ones and the ones I would recommend everyone using. Now, if you did end up enjoying today's content, as I always say, have a blessed, or not have a blessed, not yet, like the button, or hit the like button, hit that red subscribe button. Don't forget to follow me on all socials. Have a blessed day and night. Stay positive, stay safe, stay blessed. Become a member of the channel if you would like to. And I'll catch you all on the next one. Peace out.